Hi, this is Marloomz Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable Mr. Potato Head. This is made on a single loom, and for today your supplies are 86 brown bands, 4 red bands, 6 black bands for the mustache, 10 pink for the ear, 22 blue bands for the shoes, and 32 white for the hands and around the eyes. You will also need either 2 extra black bands for the eyes, or you can use small pony beads like I have used, or you can even use cut perler beads. These are perler beads cut in half. You don't have to cut them, you can just leave them whole if you want. This one's a little thicker because I cut it a little bit better, so this is what yours would look like. So you have a choice of using black bands wrapped around, perler bead, or pony bead. So that's your choice. And let's begin by making Mr. Potato Head's ears and arms. And then the feet are added as we loom, so we can do that later. So we're going to make the ears, the arm, and the eyes, the nose, the mustache. And if you have a spare hook, this one is a spare hook for me. I bought it at AC Moore. And you can just place all the pieces that we're going to make on them. You're going to need something to place it on, otherwise it will fall apart. If you don't have a spare hook, you can use a toothpick, or you can even use I cut a piece of a skewer, so you can put your pieces on that. So just gather something thin that you can put all your little pieces on. So let's begin, once you have gathered all of your supplies, by making Mr. Potato Head's ears. So the first thing you're going to do is grab some pink bands, and you are going to take a single pink band and wrap it around your hook 3 times. You can also do this on your loom. If you want, you can just take 2 and then 2 more, and then wrap a single around your hook around your peg 3 times. I do it on the hook because I don't want to overly stretch the bands. So you can loop that, and that will be one of your ears, or you can just do it this way, where you pull that cap band onto the 2 bands, and then grab another 2 and slide it through and grab the other loop. So this is one ear, and I'm going to grab the other, and I'll loop this. So once you have made both, I will show you what to do. So you're going to take your hook, and you're going to place the hook, the tip, through the 3 bands that we looped around only 3 times, like that. And then you're going to grab a single brown band, and you're going to wrap it around itself. So you made a cap band, and you're going to slide it through and grab the other loop. So that's one ear right there, and we're going to do the other. Again, take the tip of your hook, place it through, grab a single brown band, and slide it through. After you wrap the band around itself, slide it through and place it on to your hook again. So now these are both ears for Mr. Potato Head, and now we're going to make his arms. So to make his arms, you're going to gather your white bands, and you can make his arms on the loom, and I will show you how, but when you make them on the loom, the fingers come out really weird, and I don't like it. I like it to be a little bit neater. So I will show you anyway and give you that option. If you want to make each finger on the loom, you take a single white band and you wrap it around itself, and you place it on 2 pegs, and then you take another single and you wrap it around 4 times, and then you would loop that, get rid of that one, and that would be 1 finger. And do you see how that comes out? I don't like that. And you would have to sit here and adjust them, and it just becomes annoying. So I prefer to do it on my hook, and I will show you why. It just becomes a little bit neater. So the way I do it is I take a single and I wrap it around 4 times, and this way I control how much I'm pulling on the band and it doesn't overstretch. Then take another single and you are going to wrap it around 2 times, and then you stretch it and you transfer these bands, the cap band, onto that doubled over band, and then you take your hook and you grab the other loop. That is 1 finger, and it looks a little bit neater than this one over here. Again, it's your choice if you want to do that. Again, 4 times for a single band. Take a band and you can wrap it around itself and transfer them on, and then grab the loop. I'm going to do that 2 more times. A single band, 4 times around, grab another single, wrap it around itself, transfer the cap bands on, and then grab the other loop. And then we have 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And grab the other loop. Now you're going to grab, you should have 4 here, and you're going to grab 2 white bands, stretch them a little bit. You have 2, wrap it around itself, and then little by little you're going to transfer each finger onto that. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then while you have your hook, take your hook and grab the other loop, and that is your hand. And now take another single white and wrap it around itself and slide it through and catch the other loop. And we do that 1, 2, 3 more times with white. 1, and this is the second. Actually, altogether it's 3. So we did 2. I'm going to do 1 more. And these are all doubled over. So after the one that we grabbed all the hands with, we have 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to grab a brown band. So it's 3 white and then a brown band. And you're going to slide it through. And that is one of your Mr. Potato Head's hands. So you should have the 4 fingers, the 2 bands that we wrapped around, and then 1, 2, 3 double over bands that are white, and then a brown. So you have your ears and your hands, and we can do another hand together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrap it around itself. Slide that on. Grab the loop. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a single, wrap it around itself. Grab these, slide it through, and grab the other loop. And then the last one. And again, when we get all 4 fingers, we grab 2 white bands at a time. After that, stretch on it a little bit, double it over, and start sliding the fingers onto the doubled over band. and then grab the other loop, and then from here it is 3 sets of doubled over or cap bands, and then 1 brown. So the first one, slide through, grab the loop, second, and the third, and then finally the brown band. So now we have Mr. Potato Head's hands and ears, and now we're going to make his eyes. And to do that, you are going to need 4 white bands, 2 little black beads or cut pearl beads, or 2 black bands. If you don't have beads, you're going to use 2 black bands. And then after that, you're going to need 1 more brown and 1 more brown. So this is all you need. Let me show you a better view. You need 2 white, a brown, your 2 beads, another brown, and if you don't have beads, you're using 2 black bands. So that's what you're going to need to make his eyes. So what I do is, if you don't have beads, you're going to take a single black band and wrap it around itself 4 times, and you're going to transfer that onto 2 bands. So pull the cap band onto 2 bands, and then you're going to do that again and transfer that onto 2 white bands, and that would be your Mr. Potato Head's eyes. And to make his eyes, if you're using this method, you're going to place 1 brown band here, and then place your eye band here after that. Then place your other eye band, and then at the end you're taking a single brown band and wrapping it around itself 2 times. And then you would reach in, pull the white band forward, pull these forward, pull the brown band, and take the bottom brown band and bring it up and make a knot. And that is how you're going to make Mr. Potato Head's eyes if you don't have beads. And then you just pull the eyes, and that is your eyes. If you do have beads, it's just a little different. You're going to take a single white band and slide it through a tiny bead, and mine is big enough that my band slides right through. Again, a single white band and slide it through. Then grab 2 more white bands and grab 2 brown bands, and that is your supplies. And then you're going to grab 1 brown band here, grab the eye band, and then the single white band above it. Again, the next set is the eye band, the single white band above it, and then take your brown band, wrap it around your peg only 2 times. Also loop that, reach under that cap band, loop forward, grab the 2 bottom, loop forward, and same thing, grab the brown, grab the bottom band, bring it up, you can release that, pull it, and that is your Mr. Potato Head's eyes. You can pull on both sides. So now you have your arms, your ears, your eyes, and now we're going to make his nose and his beard. So for the nose, you're going to take 3 red bands And then you are going to, actually four red bands and a brown band. So take a single red band and wrap it around your hook wrap it around your hook 4 times. Again, another single, wrap it around your hook 4 times. Another single, wrap it around your hook 4 times. So that's 3 sets, wrapped around 4 times. Take this single red, wrap it around itself, and transfer all of these onto that band. And once you have done that, grab the other loop, take your single brown band, and slide it through. Now you could secure these two with an S-clip just to hold it if you want. I'm going to do that too. Or if you have a spare hook, you can do that. I'm just going to put on an S-clip right now just to hold it. So that is your nose. So you have your nose, and now we're going to make the beard. So you're going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black bands, maybe 6, depending on how long you want the beard. So for the beard, you're going to take a single black band and wrap it around your hook 3. Again, only 3. That's 2. That's the 3rd set. And the 4th set. And depending on how big you want the beard, or the mustache, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to just leave it at 4. And then you're just going to take a single band and transfer all that on a single band. You're not doubling over that band. Just do 1. And again, you might want to secure these two with an S-clip, or you can, if you have a hook, you can leave it on your hook. Just going to secure it with an S-clip. So there you have it. You have your nose, your beard, your mustache, your nose, your eyes, your hands, and your ears. So we are ready now to make his body, and as far as the feet, that is done while on the loom, so that's not a problem. So let's begin making the actual potato. So you're going to start with your brown bands. Just put all your little pieces to the side. So to begin, you're going to grab 2 bands at a time, so double brown bands, and make sure your loom is set up in the offset configuration, and place 2 here and then 2 here. And just make sure your bands are even. And now on this side, you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times using brown. So 1, 2, 6 and 7. Those are no good. So we went down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And we're going to do the same in the middle and the same on this side. So you're just going to go down 7 times on each row. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the same thing on this side. Go down 7. So this is what yours should look like. And then you're going to grab 2 more brown bands. And you're going to place it from here to here. And from here to here. So 2 here and 2 here. And now we're going to place Mr. Potato Head's ears on from the top. It's 1, 2, 3, the 3rd peg. And the same on the other side. And his hands go on the 5th peg. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on both sides. And the nose and the mustache go on later, so that's not a problem. So we're just going to do that for now. So now we are going to add the layer on the outside to make an extension. So you're going to grab 2 more brown bands at a time, and on this side you're going to overlap 2 bands here, and push the ear down to here. And you're going to go down all the way onto this peg. So you're just going to go down again 7 times until you get to the bottom. So you stop here, not the bottom of the loom. And you're going to do the same thing on this side. So you should have layered the top layer here. And before we do the same on this side, we're going to do it on this side, but not just yet. We're going to first add triangle bands. So starting at the bottom, not these 3, but the next 3, we're going to add a triangle band here. And on this peg right here, you're capping it 3 times. Only wrap around 3 times with your band. You place a triangle here, a triangle here, a triangle band here, and here, and here. So you're not putting anything on these 3 and anything on the bottom 3. So you should have placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangle bands. And now we are going to loop. So you're going to reach in under that band that we just capped 3 times, and you're going to grab the very top band, not the 2 bottom ones, but these 2 right here. So you're going to reach in, push the cap band back, and grab the 2 top bands and loop that forward. Now reach in here, you're pushing this triangle band back, grab the top 2 brown bands. Again, we're only looping the top bands, and then loop that forward. Push the triangle band back, grab the top 2, loop forward. Push this, grab these, loop forward. Same thing here, loop forward, and here, and loop these forward, the top 2, and then finally the last pair, and loop forward, and push this one down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we hold our finger here just so this one doesn't pop off. You're going to take your finger and you're going to pop this layer off, just these two right here. You're going to pinch it and pop it off to the side. You're not taking this off. That's why I want you to put your thumb there. You're going to do the same thing here. Pop it off, place it over to the side, pop this off, place it over to the side, pop this off, and place it over to the side. You are popping this off. You're not touching these bands right here, the ones that are wrapped around 3 times. That remains on your last peg. So you should have something on your first peg and your last peg. Everything else should be on the outside of your loom, and these triangle bands should remain as a triangle, so fix them if they have shifted. So now we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to layer another set of 2 bands here, 2 here, and we're going to go all the way down to the last peg again. And on this peg right here, wrap a single round 3 times only. And then we are placing cap bands yet again. Triangle bands again. So grab a single band, place it on these 3, place it on these 3, on these 3, on these, and on these, and make sure you do place it. So you should have 2 on these and on these. So you should have, make sure you have placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangle bands yet again. And we're going to repeat the process on this side now. Once you have placed all the triangle bands, you're going to reach in under the cap and grab just the top 2, and you're going to loop that forward. Then reach under the triangle band, grab the top 2, and loop forward. Again, only grabbing the top 2. Reach in here, grab those top 2 brown bands, I'm grabbing too many. Alright, grab the top 2, and make sure you're only grabbing 2, otherwise it's going to ruin when it's time to loop. Push this back, grab the top 2, and then you can tell you're doing it right when you see when it's being pulled over here. Over here, also just the top 2, and here the top 2 again. Again, push that one down. Just place your finger here just to make sure that this doesn't pop off. Again, you're not removing the bottom on this peg, and you're not removing anything on this one. So on the second peg, reach in and pinch the ones that are looped, pop it up and over to the side, pop this up over to the side, pop this up over to the side, and this, and this. And my triangle band under here has popped off, so I'm going to replace it. And just make sure that all of your bands look like a triangle. This one should be like that. The line underneath and the one on top. So this is what yours should look like so far. And now we're going to add the feet. For the shoes, you're going to be grabbing 4 bands at a time. And you're going to place 4 bands here. Another 4. And then you're going to take a single. This is just 1, wrap it around 3, push it down. Again, another single, wrap it around 3, and push it down. So you're going to do the same thing on the other side. 4 bands. another 4, a single wrapped around 3, push down, and then again push down. Now you can take your nose and your mouth. The eyes are added after, so you don't need that. And I'm just going to remove the S-clip and put it to the side. That should stay like that. And the mustache I'll leave on for now. So you're going to reach in on the bottom and push back all those cap bands, those 2 sets. You're going to grab these 4 bands and bring it up. And if I were you, I would hold the cap band down and loop forward. And then again, grab these 4 bands and loop forward. Same thing on this side. Push those cap bands back, grab the 4 and loop forward. And grab these 4 and loop forward. Now we're going to enter this peg, and we're aiming to grab this band right here and to bring it to this peg. So you have to push back this band. So there's 3 sets. You're ignoring the bottom one. You're pushing this band back, the first set, and you're grabbing the middle. And you reach in. So I'm going to hold this down, enter here, push back that, grab the middle, and you can see that I'm pulling on it, so I grab the right one and bring it to the middle. And do the same thing here. You will be entering the peg and pushing these bands back, and you're grabbing that middle band right here. This one right here that's in the middle, these 2. So if you need to turn your loom to the side to see what you're doing, sometimes I pull on the bands that I need so that I can see them. So I'm pulling on it, I can see which ones I need inside, and then I'm going to bring it to the middle. Then you're going to re-enter that peg and grab the remaining bottom one while pushing these back. So push those back again, grab the 2 bottom ones and loop forward. Again, push that cap band back, grab the bottom 2, it keeps snagging. Okay. So we looped to the middle and forward, and now we're going to loop. I'm going to grab in here, push all these bands back, and grab the bottom 2, and you're looping that forward. Now for the mustache, I'll show you what to do. You're going to take your mustache off. And I'm just going to place it on my 2 fingers like this so that I can get ready to put it on the loom. What you're going to do is you're going to loop this middle one forward, but you're not going to loop this and this. So we loop the middle one forward. You're going to grab your mustache and place 1 band here, 1 band here. And then you're going to reach into these 2 pegs, push the triangle bands back, grab the 2 bottom bands and loop that one forward. Again, pushing these back, grab the 2 bottom and loop forward. So now we have placed the mustache. Now we're going to place the nose. And you're going to place the nose right here on these 2 pegs. And you're going to reach in and loop this forward, and you're going to pull the nose through. So you pop the nose through. Now reach into this peg and you're pushing all those bands back and just grabbing the bottom two and looping forward. Same here. Push everything back, grab the bottom two, loop forward. So we looped all these three. And now we're going to reach in here. And you're pushing the triangle bands back, the nose band, and the arm, so be careful. And you're grabbing you're reaching in here to grab these bottom two bands right here. So I'm just going to push everything back. And just grab those bottom two and loop forward. And same thing here, I'm going to reach in, push everything back, and just grab these bottom two. And loop it forward. Now reach into the middle where the nose is and loop that forward. So once you have looped these, you're going to reach into this one, grab this one, and loop forward. This one's easy. The middle is easy. And again, these two. So now we're at the ears. And you're going to push the ears back as well. Just grab the bottom two. And if you get confused at what you're doing, you can just turn your loom to the side to get a better view. Grab the bottom two, loop forward. I'm going to do the same thing here. That's why these bands play tricks on me. And I have these two and loop forward. And then you can loop the middle all the way up. Reach here, these two, grab these two, loop forward, and these two and loop forward. And then the remaining two on the top go to the middle, and these go to the middle. Now you can take your hook, and I like to use 3 bands just in case I want to put it on a keychain. You don't have to do that. I'm going to use 3 though. You can either take your hook and go through all the bands and pull it through and then make your slip knot, but I do mine a little bit differently. I pull them through and then I yank him off after because I want the shape of the top of him to be more rounded, so I make the slip knot after. So I put him like that and then I slowly remove him. I don't really yank him off of the loom because I don't want him to break. Okay, so this is your Mr. Potato Head's body. And we're just going to do some adjustments on the feet. And the arms and the feet are in the back now. I'm just going to show you what to do. First, finish that slip knot if you haven't already. And you create it now. I just wanted the top to be more rounded. And then you can take your hook and go through some bands at the back and slide the slip knot in the back. Okay, now back to this part. You need to slide his arms through these 2 bands right here. So find out like where there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and it should be even to where his arm is. That's 1, and the ear 2. This should be right these 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're sliding it through those 4. So that's that. Then this one, if you look, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th one down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So these 4 right here. I'm grabbing those 4 and putting his ears through. And then the same thing with his arm. Grab these 4 and put his arm through. We could have added his arm on the outside, and I have done that, but it looked a little bit strange, so this way was better. So now this is the front of your potato head. In the back, there are these bands that are wrapped around 3 times, right here, the cap bands. Not these 2 right here, but these 3. They should have 3 rings. Place the foot through it. Same thing on this side. You should see these 3 loops right here. It should have 3 bands. Place his foot through it. So now he looks like a round potato. Grab his eyes, and you have the choice of wrapping the eyes around the ears. I do it a little differently, because when you wrap it around the ear this way, it pulls his ears forward, and I don't like that look. So what I do is I pull on the ear, and I go through the brown bands in the ear, like that, and then I grab one of the bands from the ear, and I pull it through. So that one's through. And once it's through, then you can wrap it around the ear backwards. So when it pulls the ears back rather than pulling it forward. Same thing on this side. Go through the back of your potato head. Put your hook through the back. Through his loops of his brown. Grab that band. Slide it through. And then place the band over your ear. And he looks so cute. And this is your Mr. Potato Head. So what I did for his feet is I placed the bottom 4 and I aimed it up. What I mean by that is take your hook and go through all these bands right here, the first set. And you're going to pull until the top, these pieces are forward. So it looks like a sneaker. Like that. And the same thing, go through these and just pull forward. And now he has a little sneaker. So cute. So that is your Mr. Potato Head. And if you get creative and you change the colors, I made a pumpkin potato head and a vampire, and you can just follow the same tutorial and just change the colors where need be. And I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you make a Mr. Potato Head, can you please hashtag me on Instagram or on Marloomz Creations? I would love to see them. And thank you so much for watching.